it's a mystery movie, only it's told backwards over the course of a week. And it takes place in this small town called Shimmer Lake. And you see what happens at the end, and you're sort of trying to figure out how that happened throughout the movie. So what did you think of this, Mathina?
I usually don't like mysteries. But I didn't really like the movie also. It was confusing again because I think because it started at the end and then kind of showed us how it got there. But I guess I just wasn't really interested in the movie. It was for me it was kind of slow, I guess, but and it kind of just really bore me. So I wasn't invested at all, and I wasn't really invested in anything, I wouldn't say. But like I mean, to me it looked good, but there was nothing really interesting that had to do with the characters or the story that had me wanting to see more. What did you think?
I liked it. I was really interested in the movie from beginning to end. Really interested in the story. I thought they did a great job with the script of this movie. Really, I was really focused on the screen the whole time. Also, I really liked how they went backwards in time. So I thought that was pretty creative. Just really my eyes were like glued to the screen the whole time. I enjoyed this movie, and the twist at the end, never saw coming. But it's one of those really good twists where I never saw it coming, but I look back, I think about the movie, and I realize, wow, that actually is exactly what happened in this movie. And because of that, I would definitely want to watch it again just to see like what I missed. I'm not gonna rush to rewatch it, but I definitely will rewatch it at some point. So was there anything you liked in this movie?
Nothing really aside from how it looked. There wasn't anything I really liked about it. I guess my main complaint would be that it just wasn't interesting that much to me. Actually, I also, now that I think about it, I also like how they started. Like, even though I thought it's confusing that they started from the end, well, on a Friday, and then went backwards. Even I thought that was like really different, which I liked, but it was just confusing, which is a complaint of mine. But and like I really didn't care about the characters, which is another complaint of mine.
Well, I actually thought, at least for me, with going backwards to forwards, I thought they did a really great job of me not being confused. I sort of knew when I was at the previous day, I sort of knew, okay, so they're gonna explain how this happened, and I really understood that. There were two. I did have two major complaints. Although I was glued to the TV the whole time, I really liked it. I totally agree with you. The characters, I wasn't invested in the characters at all in this movie. It's not that the actors did a poor job. It's just that the movie isn't about the characters. I don't think it's about them. It's about the studio or the director trying to do something as ambitious as telling a mystery backwards and trying to sort of trick you up. Also, there were a couple times where they tried to sort of hit you on the head with laugh out loud comedy moments, which maybe a couple times worked for me, but other times it really took me out of the movie. I was much more interested in this being like more
serious.
yeah, more of like a noir crime drama, serious. I mean, I don't humor needs to be in every movie, but there were a couple times where it was kind of like
Inappropriately placed.
yeah, just I'm gonna say Marvel humor, but which obviously the Marvel humor goes well in the Marvel movies, but I don't really think like Hulk punching Thor like away really didn't fit into this movie, and so those were really my two main complaints, and they were big complaints. But what do you think?
How I would rate it.
Sure.
So I'd give this 4 out of 10 cans. I really wasn't invested in the movie. I feel like I will rewatch it most likely because because it was confusing to me. It usually takes a while or like multiple watches for me to actually understand more of it. I probably won't watch it for a really long time, but I didn't really like the movie. I wasn't invested in really anything, and it looked good, but I'd say that's really that and the ambitious part of doing it backwards. I'd say would be like the only good thing about this movie. Other than that, I did not enjoy the movie.
Alright, I was really interested the whole time in this movie. Wasn't that into the characters, but again, the movie wasn't really about the characters. It was about them it was about them showing off this storytelling, like their storytelling capability. And it did have two major flaws in it. So, but I definitely recommend seeing this, and I would recommend it to my friends also. I think I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 cans.